say, my aunt, and I love her to death. Every time she comes around, she drops more and more wisdom into my little soul, okay? All right, so let's get into it, okay? She's my special guest, all right, and she is an early childhood educator, all right. She has been for over 10 years, and she has been married for over 30 years, okay. She is deeply committed to healing, passionate about family, women empowerment, health, wealth, and living on purpose. Okay, so let's get into it. I do want to say welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
You are so welcome. I thank you for coming. I thank God for your traveling grace because she did have to travel to get here today. Okay, guys. It wasn't around the corner, no. So let's go ahead and get into it. So last night, briefly, we just had a small little conversation, and before I went to break, I actually mentioned it to the listeners. I mentioned that you said that purpose is a partnership and a journey with God. So just kind of elaborate. If you could go back to last night and the things that you had,
Right.
talk to me about. Let's go ahead and talk about partnership and the journey.
Well, purpose is, everybody searches for meaning. We can make money, we can have a successful career. But until you actually tap into your purpose, there will always be a sense of loss. There will always be a sense of something else out there that you're searching for. So, and that thing that you are yearning for, that your spirit is kind of drawing you towards, is your purpose.
Yes.
Now, your purpose is literally what God made you for, what He created you for.
Absolutely.
And it's that thing that will fulfill you, that will speak to your uniqueness and your purpose, literally, for being in this universe.
Absolutely.
Because there should be a point to your life.
Absolutely.
When you leave here, someone or some part of this universe should have been touched just because you existed.
Wow.
And I heard one of my friends who literally is just walking into her purpose. She said, which was so profound to me, she said, if you live life ignoring what you were created for, she said there are so many people whose lives will be either left hanging in the balance,
That is true.
or who will not be reached because you didn't step out.
You didn't step on a faith.
You didn't take that opportunity to reach into what God had for you.
Right.
And other people's lives depend upon you doing what God created you to do.
And it's so funny that you say that because I always speak about that we all are a part of the puzzle.
Yes.
And it's important to figure out your purpose and understand your purpose. And I was just saying that it's just funny how I just love how on the show everything just kind of comes together and it confirms my movement, it confirms my thought, it confirms my process, just confirms, and everything just comes together full circle to let me know that I am walking in purpose.
Absolutely.
I am walking in destiny, I am walking in faith.
Absolutely.
And it just proves, and I just love how God just shows up miraculously. And I was just talking about how purpose is that one thing that you would do for free, that one thing that gives you that fulfillment, that joy that you enjoy doing, that you enjoy expressing, that you enjoy showing, that you enjoy giving. Yes, I just love it. Okay, now.
So getting
Go
to the
ahead.
point that you were talking about, how we were talking about the fact that purpose is literally a journey.
Yes.
Purpose is a journey.
It is.
A purpose is not something that you'll find out
No.
intact.
Right.
It's something that God will reveal to you as you walk hand in hand with Him through this. Because purpose literally is the heart of God.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
To know the true definition, you need to know where you're going.
Absolutely.
So that you can get there.
Absolutely.
So for us to understand, if we can understand that purpose is literally the heart and desire of God, then what we're desiring now to do is to link up,
Yes.
to partner with God,
Yes.
to walk hand in hand toward what He wants.
Absolutely.
Not toward what we want, but towards what He wants.
Absolutely.
And it is an honor for us to really and literally be able to take this journey with Him.
Yes.
And allow Him to manifest His desire,
Absolutely.
His goal, His dream
Yes.
into this world.
Yes. Go ahead. And you had something else to say?
Well, as we start out on this journey, it's a thing of faith.
Yes.
It takes a lot of faith and it takes a lot of courage
Right.
to walk this journey of purpose, because we don't know.
Absolutely.
He only gives us enough for today.
That's it.
He only gives us enough for today. And as we go from, as they say, faith to faith, meaning every choice that we make, every movement, everything, every effort that we put, as we pour that into that purpose, then God unfolds one layer and then another layer and then another layer. But you'll only get to that purpose as you continue to bravely move forward.
Absolutely.
In faith.
Absolutely. And I was talking about before you got here, and I was talking about I was going through the process of being gentle with yourself today. That was my topic for the show, and how to be gentle, and the things that have helped me along the way. I just shared with breath. Breath is important. A lot of times we don't breathe. We hold our breath when we're happy. We hold our breath when we're excited. We hold our breath when we're sad. But if you allow yourself to breathe, it helps you to stay in that present moment. A lot of times we live in the past, and we try to live in the future, and we try to predict the future. You can't predict the future, because life is going to happen naturally. Life is going to unfold, just like you said. It's a journey. It's a process, and you're not going to get all the answers.
Right.
Okay? Thinking and stressing and worrying about the future, definitely you have to live in the present moment so that you're actually able to hear from God. And I talked about a lot of times, how God went up and meditated all the time. We had this conversation
right.
all throughout the Bible. I always say, seeking stillness from within is going to give you those answers. It's going to give you that relief. It's going to show you what you need to do. It's going to show you things that you need to let go of, people that you need to let go of, situations,
right.
Things of that nature. It's going to get you more in tune with your body. Your body's going to speak to you, and you're going to start to listen, because it's going to keep speaking to you. It's going to keep hurting, things of that nature. And I was just talking about things that I know that are ideal for me, that I must do every day.
Right.
I'm just gonna say, auntie, I was telling my listeners that every day it's important. I have to tell myself, and I have to give my affirmations 4 or 5 times, 6 times a day. Whether I'm in a room full of people, I'll say my affirmations to myself.
Yes.
If I'm in the mirror looking at myself, preparing for my day, I'm saying my affirmations. If I'm in the car by myself with someone, I am speaking those affirmations to me, because I know that everything that I need I already possess. But I, deep down inside, have to realize that and understand that that's what's coming through. Those things that I am affirming is coming through. My purpose,
Absolutely.
my abundance that I already am, it's already mine. It's in my bloodline.
Yes.
All that stuff, all these things are already added unto me. I just have to step into it and believe those things.
Yes, absolutely.
So those were things that I must do. Like, I must stretch, because a lot of times when I do my yoga, like, my body tells me if it's tension, if something is hurting, then I need to stretch out, because a lot of times we hold on to emotions,
Right.
and we hold on to different things that we need to let go of, and we trap it inside our bodies. So with yoga, helps me stretch that out. It helps me stretch out my hips. It helps me stretch out my back and things of that nature. It's important that I meditate every day. Whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 4 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, it's important. And I pray daily. It's very important. It's very necessary. So in the topic of how to be gentle with yourself, I believe it was about 5 or 7 different topics. And it was just basically stating an ideal for yourself.
Right.
You giving yourself what makes you happy. I was talking about how if I do want a piece of cake, I'm going to eat a piece of cake.
Absolutely.
If I do want to dance, I'm going to dance.
Right.
And there's no music playing, but I have it in my head.
Right.
Yeah, so definitely. So these are things that it's a journey, and I am just happy about my journey as it's unfolding. Seeing my progress. I say maybe 11 months ago, I was a
Oh my
totally
goodness.
different
Absolutely.
person, and it's just amazing to me when I think back. Everything even before my journey began, how far I've grown, how far I've allowed myself to grow, how
Right.
mature I am, and how kind I am, how
Yes.
gentle I have become. So
Yes.
these are things that are priceless, and I just wish that everyone would take the opportunity to seek that solitude within, because be ye transformed, and it's about being transformed from within,
Absolutely.
not externally. Okay, we a lot of times we look for people to give us the answers and things. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
The answers come from within, and that's why it's important to seek that solitude. Okay, and all that good stuff. Hello, Gina. Thanks for tuning in, guys. All right, and now, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit about. Do we want to talk about marriage, or let's talk about marriage?
Well, before we talk about marriage,
Yes.
let me just, I was looking at this quote last night, and it said, to move forward,
Mm-hmm.
you have to slow down. And in all that you're saying, movement can a lot of times be an obstacle, and it can be a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
But when we slow down,
Mm-hmm.
when we back up, and when we get quiet,
Mm-hmm.
that eliminates all the clutter. That eliminates all of the distraction out of our life. And that allows God's voice to become clearer to us.
Yes.
And it allows us to become more sensitive to the leading of His voice. And then we just step more into unity and into in tuneness with the purpose
Yes.
that He has for us.
Absolutely. I wish I had a quote, but I forgot it. But it talked about something about basically, we're always in a hurry.
Yes.
We're always in a hurry for this to happen. We're always in a hurry for that to happen. That's because we're in like a microwave popcorn world that we live in.
Right.
But if you really slow down, especially a lot of times when, say, we're rushing and we have to get somewhere, but a lot of times we say, well, that's God protection, because anything could happen. You could have been rushing and could have had a car accident. So
Absolutely.
It's like everything happens for a reason. So breathe. If you don't want to be late anymore, get up 15 more minutes earlier so you don't be late. Things of that nature. Being considerate and mindful of the way you move. It's important to slow down. It's important not to rush. What are you rushing for? Whatever you're trying to get to is still going to be there when you get there.
Right.
That's beautiful. That was beautiful. Absolutely. So let's talk about marriage. Over 30 years. Okay. Over 30 years. Just give me, do you have any questions in regards to should I ask questions before I consider someone to be my partner? Or if I think they're even a suit to be my partner, are there questions that maybe I should ask myself?
Well, marriage literally is God's design for two people to embark on a journey of becoming one.
Yes.
Becoming one. That in itself is a huge endeavor, because that requires that you're going to lose some things.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you're going to gain some things.
Right.
And it's the journey is definitely, we're after looking back on 32 years,
Yes.
the journey is worth it.
Yes.
It is worth it. I am highly blessed and favored by God.
Yes.
And I think humility above all. Humility, kindness, and caring are the bedrocks of any good relationship. There's so many, the bedrock characteristics of any person. That's really all you need.
Right.
When you're looking at a person and you're asking yourself, is this the person, Well, you never know. Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're gonna get.
But if both of you are humble,
Yes.
If both of you are willing to consider the other,
Yes.
if both of you are willing to cooperate and to give and to forgive and to work things out, you can make it.
Yes.
You
I
can
believe
make it.
that. I believe
You know,
that.
you can make it.
Yes, I believe in forgiveness. I don't believe in being misused and things of that nature. Been there, done that. You definitely don't want to do that. It is a give and take, right, Auntie? It's a give and take,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, you have to give and you have to forgive. You have to be considerate.
Yes.
You have to be accepting. You have to be discerning.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
because you know what's good and what's not good. You know what's right and what's not right.
Absolutely.
And you know, a lot of times we as women we will want something, and our want or our desire will dominate our good thinking,
Right.
or it'll overpower our discernment. So you know, and God always lets us know. You know, God has a way of letting us know in many ways.
Yes.
But you know, a lot of times because we want something, we'll overlook all those, as they say, red flags or those signs.
Yes.
And you know, we just have this, oh, it'll change, it'll get better.
Right.
No.
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 No. It's the
You know,
truth.
You know, we have to be willing to consider, well, maybe God is trying to tell me something.
Absolutely.
And you have to be willing to consider that, you know, and you have to be willing to say, okay, I might want this thing, but this may not be the best thing for me.
Absolutely.
And you need to really, you know, weigh that thing.
And sometimes I feel, Fantasia has a song. Sometimes you have to lose in order to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's okay. It's okay. I think it's very important. It's a very important process of the journey is to be alone. Being alone for me, especially this 11 months, has allowed me to really get to know myself.
Right.
And the things that I like, the things that I will tolerate. It allows me, if a guy comes to me, I was walking one day with my mom, and hello, beautiful, you are beautiful, this and that. And he tells me, you don't need to lose any more weight. I like a woman with meat on my bones. So don't lose too much weight. I don't even know you, sir.
Right.
You just gave me a compliment. Thank you for the compliment, but
Right.
I'm going to do what I want to do for myself and my body. I thank you for the compliment, which was beautiful, but those are things that we normally don't even recognize, to where this guy possibly could have been dominating, or he could have had that personality
He's
disorder.
overriding your purpose.
There you go. And it's like, no, that ain't it. So absolutely, I believe in solitude and being by yourself and getting to know yourself, getting to know the things that you like. Instead of taking this time and thinking that, oh God, I'm a single woman. Oh God, I don't have a mate. Oh God, why me? Oh God, I am beautiful. All these things are great, but get in the process of going ahead and being alone, taking care of yourself, because those things that you're doing now, you can continue to do that and give yourself and nurture yourself, and that way you'll be able to nurture your husband when they do come along. Absolutely. That's just what I believe, and I feel that I do deserve a wonderful husband because I believe I'm a wonderful woman. So I'm just gonna continue to work on me and patiently wait.
Well, you know, purpose is really the purpose of it all. You know, purpose is not only about us and what we're doing in our relationship with God, but it's also, there's a purpose to your marriage relationship. And if you look back in the Bible, in Genesis, see, Adam was busy.
Yes.
He was in the garden, he was tilling the ground,
Working.
He was naming the animals, he was doing his thing, he was walking in his purpose.
Yes.
Well, then God looked at him while he was walking in his purpose, and he said, it is not good that man should be alone.
Right.
And what did he bring him? He didn't bring him a wife.
No.
He brought him a helpmeet.
Yes.
He brought him somebody who could join him in the journey to meet the purpose that God designed. Now, they each have an individual purpose, but then he also has a purpose for them as a family unit. So in terms of you, or in terms of anyone waiting for that person, you don't want a mate. You don't want a husband. You don't want a wife. You want a helpmeet. You want someone who God has specifically designed to match you like a puzzle piece,
Uh-huh.
and allow you both now two separate roles join into
Yes.
one, and now you both walk out the rest of your days in the purpose that God designed your unit for.
That's beautiful.
And then your children break off and they start new roads.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all walking in the purpose that God needs to manifest in this earth. So yes, God is going to bring you that mate. You know, and our thing is, we just, you know, when we begin to understand that this journey is His and
Yes.
it's okay,
Yes.
and all we need to do is just be Adam and just start turning up that soil and walking in His
that
purpose and growing in our intimacy with God. As we do that, then that alone is going to attract
Mm-hmm.
that perfect peace, that perfect human. Well, the human won't be perfect. No.
For the
Hey,
perfect peace.
That's another side of the story. But literally, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just have confidence in the fact that your purpose will bring that other purposeful puzzle piece into your life. And together you'll continue to work out this thing that God has designed for you.
Yes. That's beautiful.
But you want that help me.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, no hindrance. No hindrance. And that I believe too, like being alone has really, it just, I can see people for who they really are. You know, if I
Absolutely.
say these are things that I like, if someone comes to me and they want to talk to me, I'm just going to cut it short and tell you, okay, I want children and I want to be married. If you're not about that, I can't even give you no type of time.
Absolutely.
It's a waste of time. So, you know, when walking in your purpose will bring your mate. I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. And so that's been one of my goals too, is to really, really like seek God and really understand that everything that I have within me, my mate is going to have those same attributes.
Oh yeah, those same desires.
Those same desires, everything. And that's what I've come to understand. Is that through seeking God and understanding and really seeking God and giving myself to God, allowing God to use me, and really just holding on to that, I really feel that my mate is going to be like the exact, like, you know, he's going to have those same tendencies that I have. So I think that's beautiful. I really do. I look forward to my mate.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because you know, it'll be an entirely new journey.
Right.
You know, God's purpose is that in the end, we look like Him.
Right.
And the thing about marriage is that generally you'll have what that person needs,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll have what you need. And it's through that purpose of those attributes shining their light on you that, you know, you have an opportunity now to become a better you.
Right.
You know, out of your marriage life should make you a better you.
Right.
That's the goal, to make you a more loving, caring, kind person. Well, that's going to cause you to have to really do some reflection and some deep thinking and some soul searching and saying, okay, I know this about me, but I see this thing, and do I step up and become a better person, or do I hold on to who I am and, you know, and fight the process?
Right.
You know, and those are the little foxes that tear down the unity, because you can only become one. You know, how can two walk together if they cannot become one?
Absolutely.
So you end up losing a lot. Like me personally, I'm more of a self-centered, selfish person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was daddy's little girl. Mm-hmm. You know, I was used to all the good stuff. Well, here comes my husband, Mr. Humble. And I began to see how selfish I was. And I said, okay, you know, well, what do I do?
Right.
You know, do I continue, you know, because he's such a kind and gentle person.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a thoughtful person. He's such a serving person. And those are none of my attributes. But, you know, when people meet me, they say, oh, you know, you're so kind. Look, baby, that is the grace of God.
Okay.
Because I didn't start there.
Okay, it took a lot.
It took a lot. It took a lot. But, you know, as I humbled myself to the process, you know, then all those layers, those unwanted layers began to fall off.
All right.
And then the beauty of who God really wanted me to be began to shine, it becomes a very beautiful thing. Your souls began to unite.
Absolutely.
You know, and I couldn't, to this day, I couldn't imagine life without him.
I can imagine, right? That's beautiful.
But, I mean, it didn't start out that way.
Of course.
You know.
32 years. But I know it's beautiful. I know it's beautiful now. Definitely.
Absolutely. I consider myself the one of the lucky ones.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love my uncle. Good dude. And so let's talk a little bit. Now, does the romance ever die?
No.
Okay.
Romance never dies because, you know, what woman doesn't want to be romanced?
Absolutely.
You know, romance is what makes a woman happy.
Yes.
And secure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if your mate, romance is attention. It's the water that waters the flower. Like the woman is the flower.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and romance, you know, as a man it's attention.
Yes.
Paying attention to the small details. That's what true romance is.
Yes.
True romance is, you know, your mate paying attention to the things that you like, the things that make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll get up and then my cell phone will be plugged in, and I'll be like, darn.
I didn't do it.
Thank you. Like, oh my God, that just reminds me to be a more nicer human being.
Absolutely.
You know, I'm like, wow, he thought about that. Or, you know, there's gas in the car.
Absolutely.
Like my daughter said, is there gas in your car? I was like, I don't know, I got a man. What do you worry about that for?
I don't have to worry about that.
But, you know, for me, that's romance, you know, because he's so thoughtful, you know.
Right.
And so, but that particularly makes me pay attention to the things that he likes.
Absolutely.
You know, and as each of you are doting on the other, that's romance. I mean, you just, you know, you're just so filled up with so much good stuff.
Right.
That the bad things that come in, you know, you can overlook those or deal with them or whatever, because there's just so much good energy built into what you guys are doing.
Already.
Yeah, already.
Awesome sauce.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just get excited.
And does it change? Yes.
Yes.
Marriage changes because you change.
Absolutely.
Do you ever know the whole person?
No.
You never know the whole person.
Right.
The whole person will never, that other person will never know you.
Mm-hmm.
But when you allowing each one the right that are differences, and I thought those were obstacles.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're totally different
Right,
people. Like,
right.
I mean, we don't have the same hobbies or interests, anything like that. But in terms of the foundational things, we're very similar. Mm-hmm. We both believe in family. We both believe in marriage. We both believe in respecting one another. You know, we're both committed to making good choices in finance. So those fundamental things, we're very similar. Mm-hmm. But in terms of other outside interests, no, we're totally different. He likes to stay home. I like to go out. He likes sports. I like everything else.
Right.
You know, and I thought, you know, when I was first married, I thought that was not good. I thought that we should be the same in every area. But then I had to find out that no, because he is his own person.
Right.
And, you know, I tell him, go. Yes. Enjoy.
Be free.
And then he tells me, go. Enjoy. And I fully expect to go and enjoy.
Yes.
You know, I don't want anybody telling me, no, I can't do this or no, I can't do that.
Right.
But then when we had those things that we enjoy together, then we come back together and we do those things that we enjoy together. And life is just so good.
Yes.
And now, you know, I watch a little sports and he does a little things that I like. Mm-hmm. So sometimes we come together on those things, but yeah, you want to respect. You want to allow that person to be themselves. Give them space.
Absolutely.
And that you want that person to give you space.
Absolutely.
And then you guys have that
together. That
relationship that you have together.
Absolutely. So she killed to love it. That's BRD. Absolutely. So look, that's all the time that I have for today, but I do want to thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Joining me today, gracing us with your presence and your wisdom, all that good stuff. Do you want to give the people any handles? So handles are basically like your social media handles where they can find you if they want to contact you, ask you a question or anything.
Well, you know, Sherry, I'm on the other side.
Oh, definitely. If you do want to, if you want to have, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, you can go ahead and hit your girl up, and I will definitely get in touch with her and get you
Yes,
those answers.
absolutely.
So my Instagram is dimples with a Z, Shay SHAE_Bay. Okay. Also too Facebook Uncut Radio, all one word. Okay. Don't forget the Mixlr app. Okay. Download the Mixlr app so you can get the notifications when the other hosts go live. Okay. Definitely. All right. Download the app. Also too, again, we are looking for additional hosts. Okay. If you're interested in becoming a host here at Uncut Radio, go ahead and email us. Okay. Is it ARG? Because it's not on the screen. I forgot. Is it AG1 Records? I'm sorry. Is it AG1? Okay. Bear with me, guys. And I hope y'all having a Tuesday. I hope y'all learned something today. Definitely. Thank you guys for listening. Thank my original support. Well, not my original, but my always listeners that are always listening and encouraging and giving out kind words and things of that nature. James, thank you for listening. He's in Honolulu.
Oh, wow.
Well, yeah, he's always in there listening to me and asking questions and stuff like that. So definitely we are looking for a radio host for Uncut Radio. Go to Facebook and apply, and it's Uncut Radio. If you're interested in being interviewed on Uncut Radio, if you want to come in on my show or any other show, just basically send an email, okay, to LAUncutradio, all one word, @gmail.com. If you're interested in getting your ad played here on Uncut Radio, because we are doing 24 hours a day as well, just send us an email at LAUncutradio@gmail.com. And you can find Uncut Radio Station at ag1records.com also. As well as, again, I'm going to say, please download the Mixlr app. That's Mixlr. It's Mixlr. Okay? I think it's the L. Now, you can find us on the TuneIn, the AHA Radio app, and the Fire Sticks as well, okay? So I do thank you guys for joining me on today. I will see you Saturday. Continue to do your affirmations, okay? Continue to get your journals. Write down your wisdom. Write down your AHA moments, okay? Write down your wisdom that comes to you. Everything that you are seeking is seeking you, okay? Also, too, get out in nature. Get some fresh air, breathe, allow new air into your lungs, okay? So peace and one love. Oh, also too, if you are looking for an accountability coach, okay, my website is up. It's Divine Queen, Divine without the I's. That's DVNEqueen.com. If you're looking for an accountability coach, definitely look that up, okay? Yes, and I do want to thank my Aunt Sharia for coming down and gracing me. That's my brother said, thank you, Aunt. Yes, for gracing me with your wisdom, your knowledge, and your time. I really do. I'm so grateful that you made it, and I would like for you to come back soon.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I thank you for just embarking on your journey, because that has given me the courage and the motivation to just step out and just
do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Yes.
So thank you.
Absolutely. You're more than welcome. So have a great Tuesday. Peace, one love, and be blessed, everybody. Okay? Bye. I'm going to put it down. So this is what I did, Auntie Rhea. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it. How do I save it?